a report came out that Giannis was close to firing his agent over his failure to secure a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks. There's more, guys. Rich Paul has been in contact with the Giannis Antetokounmpo, Giannis' brother, and is looking to represent Giannis. All right, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I saw something very bizarre, not bizarre, but just very surprising. So it was reported, right, that Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, again, we all know the Milwaukee Bucks and like this is a whole. The Milwaukee Bucks are just not in a great place. They are. I think they only have 18 wins on the season, which is sad. They're 18-26. And it's clear as day that Giannis doesn't want to remain with this team. It's clear as day. Now, the thing with Giannis is this. I feel like he doesn't want to be the bad guy in this situation. Because it's sort of it's flip-floppy. 1 minute he says, oh, I'm never leaving this team. I think a reporter asked him, would he ever request a trade? He was like, I would never do something like that. That's so disrespectful to the organization. But you know what's crazy? A couple months back, he was literally joking about the trade rumors. Let me see if I can find that clip for you guys.
I want Luka to the Lakers. I want Jokic. I don't have time. I'm not. I want Luka to the Lakers. I want Jokic to the Knicks. I want.
Giannis is funny. No, that's not the one though. Yeah, here we go.
Giannis had a press conference today to talk about his...
When you came down, you had said, I hope this ends it. When we were asking you about the reports from New York in the offseason, you talked about, hey, that was the summer. It didn't end it, though. So this is kind of carried into the season.
He literally said, I'm the hottest chick in the game right now. I think he laughed, too.
I appreciate it, right? This is the most I've been ever talked about in my career. I'm like in my house with my kids and all that, and I'm opening the TV and like, oh, Giannis is going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Giannis is going to the Detroit Pistons. Which, hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the hottest chick in the game right now, man. I'm joking.
Yeah, so he goes from here, right? And you're joking. Let's have a sense of humor, right? Have a sense of humor, whatever. Now, after that, right? Fast forward to a couple of months pass by, they still lose. The Bucks are still losing. They're garbage. A reporter comes out and asks him, do you think you'll be able to finish the season with the Bucks? And he goes and says, I don't know. And then there's also a clip that comes out where it appears he ignores Doc Rivers.
I want to have a conversation with Giannis Antetokounmpo to let him know we imagine timeout was called.
Right? There's that.
I'm not playing hard.
Then he comes out after a game, in a game where he only takes 11 shots. Now, granted, I'm not going to lie to you. As the best player on the Bucks squad, he shot 8 for 11 that game. You need to keep giving him the ball. I don't know what the others were thinking, Kuzma and the others, but he should be taking more than 11 shots, and he was frustrated about that.
Not playing hard. We're not doing the right thing. We're not playing to win. We're not playing together. Our chemistry's not there. Guys are being selfish. Guys are trying to look for their own shots instead of looking for the right.
Calling his teammates selfish. He's calling his teammates out. This is the Bucks superstar. Okay. Now I showed you all this to say this. A report came out that Giannis was close to firing his agent over his failure to secure a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks. There's more, guys. Rich Paul has been in contact with the Giannis Antetokounmpo, Giannis' brother, and is looking to represent Giannis. Now, there's two ways to look. Now, I had two things to think about when I heard this news. First thing is if this is true, I'm not saying this is true, but if this is true, this all but confirms that Giannis, in fact, does not want to be with the Bucks. He's just trying to play nice, trying to, you know, I guess you can say not be in the villain role, because again, it's over in my opinion. The Bucks fans were booing him and he booed him back. Let me see if I can find that. Giannis boos. I remember that. Hold on, let me do this.
Gave it a go. This is tied for the largest half.
So this is the full moment where he actually boos his the crowd.
Time deficit this year. It was also 31 to the Lakers. And
so you can hear the fans booing.
Wesley, things are already looking up. You know, I don't know why. McDaniels had his first miss.
There it is.
Of the game. 6 of 7. Count the bucket.
He's like, you booing me? You booing the guy that gave you a championship in how many fucking years? You booing me? So, like I said, if this is true, because you got to remember, in the offseason, right? The Knicks was the main team centered around Giannis. I think Giannis said he wanted to go. I don't know. There were reports coming out that Giannis is interested or whatever. The Bucks and Knicks were talking. Things fell out. Didn't happen. And now we're back here to the point where Giannis, I'm telling you guys, if this is true, he never wanted to be, he was done with the Bucks since the beginning of the season. This is a waste of his season, honestly. Waste of his time, really. Now, the thing about Rich Paul is this. If this is true, right? If Rich Paul is really looking to represent Giannis, yo, Rich Paul is just going to get so many more haters. But it's kind of like, the thing about Rich Paul is like, he's gained so much cachet. He has so much experience, so many contacts, a lot of, you know, he's very reputable in the league. His mouth is powerful. I mean, he made front page news of Sportsman Center when he said the Lakers should trade Austin Reeves, given a hypothetical in his words, right? Granted, I didn't agree with him doing that, but it's like, this is Rich Paul. So it's no surprise to me that, you know, this is coming out. Now, is it true? Only time will tell. But man, this is crazy. Like, it's been an up and down roller coaster with this Bucks squad. And it's crazy because it's going to be interesting to see where Giannis actually goes. Because let's say he goes to the Knicks, right? I know they're not trading Jalen Brunson. Now, it didn't work with him and Damian Lillard. So you're sort of kind of with the same player. Granted, Jalen Brunson's a bit different with the threes and stuff like that. But can Giannis play with another star alongside him? And when I say star, I mean like a really, like, you know, respect to Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, but I mean like sort of kind of Jalen Brunson or Damian Lillard, which didn't work. I don't know. People saying the Warriors. I don't know, man, but it's gonna be interesting to see. We'll see what happens, man. But I would be very surprised, and I'm pretty sure I've said this in previous videos. I would be surprised if Giannis finishes the season with not even finishes the season, because granted, he had a calf strain, his second calf strain of the season, and he's out. And again, what's the Bucks' last game? Their last game was, and did he play? Let me see. Did he play this game? He did, I think. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Bucks game against Denver was potentially could be Giannis's last game in the Bucks jersey. So it's going to be very interesting to see what developments come out of this, because it might be cooked. Just might be cooked.